Hello, I'm Melissa and welcome to Teacher Inspiration Station. It's been such a long time since I filmed a video, so I'm happy to be back. I've just been busy with school and honestly, on the weekends, I don't want to do anything, and during the week, I'm just too tired to film. But here I am today on a Sunday filming for you, and I just wanted to share with you how I am using Google Classroom. Now, if you've been following me, you know that we have started school in person, and this year I've used Google Classroom, which I've never used Google Classroom before, with the exception of back in March when we had to do remote learning, remote teaching. I use Google Classroom, and that's when I got myself familiar with the program. I heard about it, but I never used it. So that was the first time I used it, and this is the first time that I'm using it while in person. So I just think it's a fantastic tool to use, and I just wanted to share with you how I set up my Google Classroom and what I have included and how I organize it. This is not a how-to video, but just basically a what I do video. So let's go ahead and get started. So I do have my computer, and this will help me organize my thoughts. I'm just gonna sign on to my Google Classroom here. So when the parents first enter Google Classroom, they're gonna see the banner. Now, I personally think having a cute banner adds a nice personal touch, not the generic ones that Google Classroom has. It's fine if you want to use those, but I just think having your own banner is more special. So I do have a banner, and I got this one from Teachers Pay Teachers, and I paid $3 for it, but it's one where I can upload my Bitmoji onto it. So it's cute. I have my Bitmoji sitting on a chair, and I have a little welcome message. So it's personal, it's cute, I really like it. There are a bunch of free ones on Teachers Pay Teachers, so all you gotta do is search for Google Classroom banners and click free, and a bunch of free options will come up. So some of them just say welcome, some of them say welcome to first grade or whatever. So that's my advice to do that. One thing to keep in mind is all Google Classroom banners get darker when you upload them. And I think it's because they want your title of your classroom to show. So that's why it is like that. So when you first buy it or get it, it's gonna be bright. And then when you upload it, it's gonna get darker. That's just how it is. Anyways, so first thing I put up there are weekly updates. So I let parents know that every Monday by 9 o'clock, I will update Google Classroom. And I just put basically what we did during the past week, and also any important information. And I just talk about what we did in the week. So we have caterpillars in our classroom, so I like to talk about the fact that I like to give updates on what our caterpillars are doing. Right now they're all in the chrysalis. We had 3, and that's some science too. So we're making our observations, and kids are asking questions and making hypotheses and all that. So I include that in the Google Classroom. I talk about what we're doing in math, what we're doing in literacy, and just a little, like not too long. Parents can read it or not read it, skim through it, whatever. But I think it's nice just that parents are included in that they know, hey, this is what my kid did last week. So that's great. And I also have attachments. So I'll go into more details later on what these attachments are. So next I'll just talk about the classwork. So under the classwork tab, I have optional homework. So what is great is, this is one thing with Google Classroom that I will keep, is having the homework on Google Classroom. I used to have kids take home a leveled reader, and they used to write a sentence about the book, if they liked it, not liked it, what they learned, whatever, just a little response. And I would have to check that every day so that I can send it back home and they can get a new book. And it just took up so much time, not so much time, but 10-15 minutes in your school day is a lot of time. So it would take time for me to check the homework. And this way, it's all in Google Classroom. Parents upload the information on Google Classroom, their kids' assignments on there, and I just check it whenever. It could be after school, it could be on the weekend. I just make a little comment, and I just find it so much easier. So basically, I just have one literacy and one math for the week. And I present the information in a Google slide. So I say every Monday, I'm like, this is the literacy for the week. It's due on Friday. This is the math for this week, due on Friday. And if they get it done, they get it done. If they don't, they don't. It's fine. But for me, I just feel like there's just, people are busy. You know what I mean? You work all day at school, you go home to do more work. People just want to chill. And I know for me, like if I had to do a reading response for my kid every day, Oh my goodness, if my kid had to do that every day, it's just so much work. Because especially with this COVID thing, you come home, the first thing you do is take a bath. First thing you do is take a shower. You get their containers washed out and their lunches prepared for the next day. You gotta figure out dinner. Washing masks now, that's something that now I have to do. So it's just so, I'm tired. And then to have the added homework. I don't know how parents did it every day. In my classroom, there are parents whose kids got it done every single day. Bless you. But yeah, it's optional. No judgment here. I get it. So 1 literacy, 1 math, that's what I do. And I have instructions on how to upload assignments onto Google Classroom. I can tell that that's going to get very cluttered in my Google Classroom. So I'm going to have to delete or archive some assignments, like the older ones. Because yeah, it's gonna get cluttered very soon, but yeah, anyways, it's fine for now. Next, I have the weekly poem. So every week we have a poem, and what I used to do in the past is I would have a poetry notebook, a duotang, and the poems that they learned for the week, I would put it in the duotang and they would take it home every other week, which is fine. But every single year I had 1, 2, 3, 4 students who never brought it back. This year, it's all in Google Classroom. You read the poem, I put it either in a PDF or I make a Google slide of it. And yeah, so it's there. And parents don't have to worry about, oh, they losing it or not. You know, because I know people are not losing things on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, things happen, right? So it's just a way that parents don't have to worry about that. So everything is just on Google Classroom. All the poems are there. And at the end of the year, they can physically take home their poem book, because we do have those at school. Okay, next, parent communication. So all the newsletters, I only have October up there now. I do have September, but that's the files at school, so I have to remember to upload it onto Google Classroom. But yeah, the newsletters are just gonna all be stored there under parent communication. And I have free online books. So our board has access to some databases with books. So right now I have up there Tumble Books and Capstone Interactive. There are a few more, but that's what I have for now. And I don't send home physical books this year because of this whole COVID situation. I know some teachers do have a system where some kids take home a few books and then they return it every Friday, or they return it once a week. And then the books are stored in a plastic bag or an airtight bag, and then in a few weeks those books can be borrowed again. I don't have it in me to do all that. I just feel like I'm not going to be able to keep up with that. And I know I'm setting myself up for failure, but I'm not going to keep up with that. Yes, physical books are best, but they do have online options, so I just do that. And then I just have videos from me. So I have a video that's going live tomorrow on the 3 chrysalises that we have, a video with the 3 caterpillars, and then I have my welcome to Google Classroom video for parents. I just thought it was a nice way to say hi, and also for them to see me without my mask, because they've only seen me with my mask. They have never seen me without my mask. So yeah, I just did that. So that's that. And then people. So I have I have the students who signed up on there. And then it says invite guardians, but because my kids are in grade 1, the parents are the ones who are signing on to Google Classroom, not the kids. So the parents are gonna have access to the information. I think inviting the guardians is more for older kids, so that parents can be in the loop with what's happening. But yeah, it's redundant for me to invite parents into Google Classroom at this stage. So yeah, anyway. And then marks, basically all the homework that I have assigned would go there, but I don't assign a mark. I make a little comment and then I return it. You can click the button that says return. I return it back to the students. So I don't actually give grades or marks for the homework. I guess I can do 100 out of 100 because they did it, but I don't really give marks. So all I see is these red missing messages, which I don't really like, but whatever. But yeah. So that is it. That is my Google Classroom. And I could also add student work. I can do a collage of student work, make a video of it. There's so many things I can do. I just like it. It's just easy. One of the great things too is if we do have to go remote at some point during the year, everything is all set up. So parents are used to Google Classroom. It's not this big thing like it was back in March where people have to sign up and figure things out. So parents already kind of have their feet wet with this Google Classroom thing. So I think that's great. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumb up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.